Months and months of planning went into this Buffalo National River adventure. Not only did I have to plan on filming the adventure itself, but I had to plan on driving to the destination, which, leaving from Rhode Island to Ponca, Arkansas, is normally about a 23-hour drive. We added Skyline Drive to the mix in Virginia, which added a few hours, and we ended up at about 1,550 miles. We added Skyline Drive because we wanted the trip to be scenic and fun, also because my buddy Mike was supposed to be with us. Mike's battling pancreatic cancer and was not able to come with us on this adventure, but we were thinking about him the whole time. So I hope you enjoy the video, folks, and Mike, if you're watching, we missed you, buddy. We arrived at the Buffalo Outdoor Center, set up our shuttle, and we're pretty quickly on the water. We put in Ponca, as I said, at the low water bridge, and immediately I had to force myself to slow down. The water level was fairly high, perfectly floatable. It was actually kind of ideal, but because of that, there was a decent flow and we were moving pretty quickly, so I had to force myself to slow down and start to take in the sights. As far as taking in the sights is concerned, there were so many of them that I did a ton of filming, probably more than I did on any other adventure. Because of that, this episode is going to be a little long, and I'm going to include as much of the river as possible, so I'm going to break it up in a few different videos. So I hope you folks enjoy day one on the water on the Buffalo National River and can appreciate the sights and sounds of this incredible place. I fear I haven't done it justice, but that remains to be seen. Hopefully you stick around to the end of the video as well as the future episodes on the Buffalo National River. Bill, we are on the Buffalo River. You ready to get your toes wet?
Oh, yeah.
No pun intended. Actually, I don't know why people say no pun intended when they mean a lot of pun.
Right.
Alright. Oh, I guess we're going. Watch out for them rocks right in front of you. Oh, that was fun. Be careful, all that brush stuff on the left, you get stuck in that.
get to the left when you come through. Howdy folks, it's your buddy JP again. I am on the Buffalo National River, finally. I have obsessed about this paddle for probably a year and a half to 2 years. I saw videos and have watched videos from several other YouTubers about the place. And I've just tried to soak in every bit of experience in this incredible spot as I possibly could. I was able to rope in my buddy Bill to go on this trip, and it's such a significant journey for us. So I already feel like worry that I'm not doing the place justice. We drove, it took us probably 26 hours or so to get here. We drove 9 to 10 one day, and then I put in an absolute shift yesterday to get here. About 16 and some change hours. So we stayed in a little town about an hour outside of Ponca. We put in at Ponca using the Buffalo River Outdoor Center. I'm going to go ahead and provide as much information on the resources for this paddle as I possibly can. You've already seen a few of the key bluffs. So much has to line up in order for this paddle to work. It relies heavily on rainfall. I don't really believe in the northern stretches there are any springs. So you have to monitor the water level, and everything really does have to work out well. And I'm going to put some great tools for you in the description as well. Water level monitors, all sorts of great stuff. But I just wanted to say hi and let you know what we were doing. And I will check in with you very shortly, provide some location information on the map, and we're going to go on a beautiful hike to see an incredible waterfall. So thanks for coming along. I really appreciate it. So much work has gone into this, like literally it's bittersweet, that I appreciate when folks provide the support. So I will talk to you soon. Let's get to it. Woohoo! Yeah, buddy. Atta boy.
I can't believe how much better I feel.
Oh, after Putin? Vladimir Putin. Oh, this is a spicy one.
Is it?
Looks like it. Woo, that's cold. No, no, no. It's the current. You crossed the eddy line. See this line right here?
Yeah.
You crossed it. So watch out. Half of your boat stopped. Half of your boat stopped. The other one kept going.
It's just absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it really is. Ooh, that's cold. They don't call me the Eddie Master for nothing. I'm just kidding, everybody. Nobody calls me that. bad. Not bad.
Maybe up water.
Oh, rock. Oh, ho, ho, ho. That's the overlook right there. We didn't miss it. Oh, this is spicy. Yeehaw! Arriving at the overlook was a welcome break for sure. We had done a decent amount of driving the day before, plenty of paddling today. Found it. We didn't really plan on staying at the overlook because I know it's a destination a lot of folks like to stop and check out, so we didn't really plan on camping there. But we didn't really know what it looked like up top. So once we got up there and kind of looked around and noticed that there was a lot of space, so if folks did stop by to check it out, there would be plenty of room.
Go right around.
Once we did that and then decided that, you know, based on the time, it would be a good time to set up camp because we were very close to Hemden Hollow Falls and we wanted to take our time on that as well. And presently when we got here, I believe it was close to 5 p.m., 6 p.m. And we didn't want to get to the falls and have to rush and then find a campsite and set up in the dark. So we opted to call it a day right here in this nice open area on top of the overlook. So it worked out well, and I'm kind of glad we did.
Oh.
This is pretty sweet. Made it. Excited.
I know some folks are going to be disappointed by this, but there isn't a whole lot of culinary action going on in this trip. I did opt to use freeze-dried meals on this trip just to keep things simple, especially considering we were going to be on the road for a few days before getting on the water. So you're not going to get to watch me chef it up on this trip. We just had our fires and our beverages in the evening, heat up some water, and did our peaked refueled meals, which, you know, came in clutch. They made long days on the water just that much easier in the evening. So we just get a fire going, boiled some water, had some dried meals, sat and enjoyed the scenery versus cooking and cleaning pots and all that sort of stuff. So it was a great night camping on the overlook. So I'm glad you folks have stuck around this long and enjoyed this trip with me. As I said, I really appreciate it. You know, it was a lot of work that went into this one. So thanks for hanging out and taking a look at the first day on the Buffalo National River with me. And it's about time that we hit the rack at this point. Enjoyed our meals, and we were listening to the river and just kind of passed out. So long day for sure. But we'll talk to you soon. Stay tuned for day 2 on the Buffalo National River.